Hi, it's the Silly Moustache here, wading through these wonderful questions you all sent me. And I'm going to direct this one to thatpeterboy. He says, I would like to know how you got started on guitar. Did you start with acoustic and have you ever played electric? What do you prefer about acoustic playing? Also, what advice would you have for beginner intermediate players on choosing a guitar, especially for those on a budget? Okay. Well, I don't know an awful lot about budget guitars nowadays, because I worked up from a £16 B&M Jumbo, which was my first guitar, and it was a rather large shape like this, and I progressed over many years. So what I would say, how did I start on acoustic guitar? I was a drummer in various rock and soul and blues bands and things like that, and I wanted to sing, but that wasn't really very practical for a drummer. And besides, these big black boxes that were either side of me were getting bigger and bigger and louder, and I was getting tired of the volume in the gigs that I did. I was writing songs, and how can you sing a song without any accompaniment? Well, I bought a guitar, as I say, and I picked up bits and pieces lazily, some from the electric guitarists in the band. You know, if I wanted to play an E, I would play an E there, but if they wanted to play an E, they'd play an E there. And they say, oh, you just need to know all that sort. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to play to accompany myself. So I didn't want to play an electric guitar. Advice for choosing a guitar for a beginner intermediate. Right. Well, the first thing, don't buy a large guitar. These aren't really designed for playing seated. As you will see from some of my videos about posture, buy a small one. These were designed for playing seated. This is an Eastman E20P, and I'm not saying this is the guitar because it would be over £1,000 or $1,000, but they're very well built Eastman guitars, and as you can tell, plenty of life in them. But a small body is going to help you work out your posture, and if you've got a great big guitar, you'll be leaning over it and you'll be looking like this and things like that. So a small guitar, buy the best one you can afford. Set a budget and stick to it. But go to as many places, shops, clubs, whatever, and look at other guitars and see what feels comfortable to you. Most of them will have a pretty standardized fretboard width, but there are thicker ones like this one, which is much about 1/8 of an inch wider than an ordinary rhythm neck and things like that, but it's personal preference. And the other thing to know, your first guitar will only be your first guitar, and you will trade in or give it away or sell it, and you will go up and up as your skills develop. So don't go out and buy a £3,000 Martin to get started with, right? Buy one of the smaller Far Eastern made ones, which are incredibly good quality now. It doesn't matter about, I prefer slotted head 12 fret to bodies. That's personal preference. You don't need to pay extra for a cutaway. You won't be using it, won't be playing up there. Don't pay extra for electrics. You won't be playing that guitar amplified, all right? This is a learning guitar. All you need is something that sounds good and feels comfortable in your hands. So that is what I would suggest for learners and intermediates. And then you'll work up and work up, and it'll be like golf and other sports. You keep buying better and keep buying better. And hopefully your playing and your enjoyment and fun will be better. I hope that helps you, that Peter Boy, and to anyone else. And if you have been, thanks for watching. Bye.